What's going on, everyone? It's me, Alex the Rambler, and today we're on Homeworld 3. Now, this is very kindly sponsored by Gearbox Publishing, and Homeworld 3 is developed by Blackbird Interactive, and they were kind enough to fly me over to Gamescom last week to give the new Wargames Alpha a try. But today you're going to see this some live footage that I'm recording at my home PC, and I have to say I was very impressed with what I played at Gamescom, and I'm going to show you kind of what Wargames is all about now. So if you're excited to see some content of Homeworld 3 on the channel, please do leave a like. Why not leave a comment for what you're excited for about Homeworld 3 and subscribe as well. So Wargames is a new 3-player co-op mode, although I'll just be playing it just myself today, which goes beyond the campaign, and it fuses Homeworld's RTS gameplay with roguelike type elements. So over the course of the mission that we're going to be going on, we have up to 3 levels that we can go through, and at the end, whether we win or lose, we do gain XP. So let me just create a little lobby for myself, a little Rambler lobby. Now, at the moment, I've only unlocked Strikecraft Fleet because this is the first time playing at home, but I was able to try it out, as I said, at Gamescom recently. So we're going to stick with the Strikecraft Fleet, and that gives us a resource controller to begin with, 5 recon, 5 interceptors, and of course our carrier. And the carrier is with which sorry if that came through as a fart, that's just my chair squeaking, giggity. But the carrier is from which we produce all of our craft. So let's ready up and let's hop on in. So here we go, our first carrier, and our ships are just coming out just now. So I'm using the modern control layout, and I will say that I still do find the camera a little bit, it can be a little awkward to get used to. So at the moment we need to plot a route to the base of operations of an enemy fleet. Over here we can kind of see, we can pick up some resources here. But to begin with, I am just going to get myself perhaps with my 4000 a couple of resource controllers, a support frigate, an assault frigate, a railgun corvette, and more interceptors. I could also upgrade them if I want to boost damage, and then I'm just going to issue a move order to my fighter craft here, and let's see, and we'll track those and see where we're going. And our fleet is entering combat with the enemy fighters. But I think we should come out victorious here. But I really love the look of Homeworld. I think it looks fantastic. Oh, there's some crafts going in there. Modding has also been announced for Homeworld 3, so that's freaking epic. I can't wait to see what kind of mods players do. Oh my god. Oh, my controller's losing it. My controller's losing it. What? Why? Oh my god. No, stop it. Stop vibrating, I'm not using the controller. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get my resource ships to start bringing in resources for us, as we're all out right now, issuing move orders to my carrier and to my fleet. Something I will need to do early on is definitely, as we're getting that combat alert coming in, is protect my resources, or my resource gatherers, because if I lose those, it's basically game over straight away. So we'll just try and intercept the enemy ships there, just a few corvettes. There we are. Oh, glorious. Kablamo. Kabloom. Okay, escort mission for escort mission 1. So we're going to move our carrier up into position, which is just over there. Moving the entire fleet into position, and as you can see now, our little resource gatherers are going, and they're going to start getting some resources so we can get some extra ships. There you go, you can start seeing it flooding in up in the top right there. Okay, feel like getting an ion frigate and maybe a couple railgun corvettes too, and an assault frigate. Why not? Definitely want to try and get as many frigates as I can. I prefer the heavier ships to kind of the lighter strike craft, but probably should keep getting myself some interceptors just so I can counter theirs. Okay, here we go. Defend the fleet. Enemies will try to intercept. So it's quite a way that we need to escort them, but we'll make it there. We'll make it there. Don't worry. The first mission is a little more simple than the remaining 2. So where I'm still fairly new to the game, you will see me struggle with the controls a little bit. In fact, getting used to the verticality in general can take a little bit of getting used to, as I am a fairly new Homeworld player. But after my first experience with this, it was extremely positive, and I had a huge amount of fun. Oh, there we go. Intensify. Oh, no, there's nothing to fire on just yet. Just escort, lads, just escort. Oh, no, here we go. We're being attacked from the flank. Just trying to get my fleet to follow all the way to the escort exit point. Just seeing the smoke trail out of a few of my vessels. Oof. Oh, there we go. We finished it. We've defended the civilian fleet. And now as soon as I initiate hyperspace, we'll move on to the second mission. Off we go. Whee! Okay. Second mission. Still want to try and get more resources. You want as many ships as you can. Now something that I am missing at the moment, which you'll see a little bit later on, is that I can get another relic on the top right there. You see the flashing yellow. That'll give you some bonuses or some changes. You get a selection of 3 to pick from, usually. Okay, I'm very not pleased with my resource ships being attacked, so I'm going to try and help out those. The explosions and sound effects, I must say, I do find absolutely stunning. So, my only objective at the moment is to secure a few more resources. There we are. Capture positions to rescue the civilian ships. That's what we'll attempt to do. We have 3 of them to try and rescue, so it's not going to be simple, but I'll head over to the first one now. Yes, you can see the little enemy destroyer there, or a little frigate. Come on, yes, go on. Fleet's assembling, strike craft going in, carriers coming in, although it's being pursued by some other ships, which I'm a little bit wary of.
Target eliminated. Frigate dead.
But now we've destroyed that. We're heading in, capturing the point. Lovely jubbly. Heading in, trying to rescue the second one now, but enemy forces are starting to intensify a little bit. You can see on the left, at the top left there, enemy forces are mustering, and then enemy forces are going to start launching an attack when the timer gets to the red. But when I was playing this at Gamescom, I was playing with a buddy, so I had a co-op partner, and we did actually manage to finish it first time. But where it's just me this time, oof, not sure if I'll take out the final boss, but. I reckon I've got a good chance of getting through to the 3rd round. So we've captured 2 out of 3 of them, and I'm about to move on to the final one. So I have a fairly sizable fleet now, and let's check out where my objective to rescue the final ship is. But we are going to be continually attacked the entire time. But you can see my fleet and my ships are trying to hold the line and fend them off as long as I can. As long as I can, really. Okay, so looks like we need to try and rescue our final objective here. So let's try and send our carrier up. In fact, I'm sending my entire fleet to try and rescue our vessel. As all the explosions roar. The verticality does take a little bit of getting used to too. It's not really like your typical kind of 2D RTS. 2D. You kind of know what I mean there, right? I hope. In terms of like having all of this kind of... up, down. The verticality is certainly unique to Homeworld. Going to turn around our ship here and start firing on the Incarnate. And they will also be playable in Wargames 2, I believe. Yes, seeing my fleet go in. It's very satisfying when you see your massive fleet, and we're just going to exit straight away. Although, let's actually build up my fleet a little bit more before we go into the final level, because the final level is kind of the big challenge. So there's no guarantee that I'm going to survive. But let's actually initiate the hyperspace jump now. And on to the final mission. Okay, here we go. You can see my fleet begin to assemble. Oh, look at that bad boy. Yes. So we need to capture the long-range fleet bay there.
It must be destroyed.
Okay.
Destroy the 3 enemy production bays.
3 of them.
Bays are functional.
Uh-oh.
Able to provide reinforcements to the enemy.
So I have no idea if I'm going to be successful doing this or not, but we'll give it a try. I'm going to send my carrier along with my fleet, and we can claim a new artifact, and I'm going to go ahead for Brawler. Absolutely. We want the Brawler.
Any idea what's going on with the new rations? They taste like cryobeds smell.
Okay. I do like the little conversations that the pilots have as well. Adds a lot to it. Okay. Intensify forward firepower. The fleets are engaging.
I didn't use target.
Fire.
Channel open.
Everything you have.
Set. Receive. Target eliminated. Bring it down.
I'm going to send in the bombers. So you can see how difficult the 3rd level is compared to the previous 2. We're kind of just mopping them up and destroying them beforehand. But now it's a little bit more difficult. But it does look like overall we were successful here. Okay. Looks like there's a few more ships coming in to try and prevent us from capturing. And let's go for the capture. Uh-oh. Those missile launchers could be a problem. But the firepower from our carrier, They can kind of hold their own for a little while, but we definitely don't want to leave it too vulnerable because our carrier is taking fire now. I'm not sure that I'll be able to quite finish off the enemy. Oh boy. But we're gaining one at least. In fact, they are kind of swarming my area a little bit, so I do need to try and stop them. So I shouldn't have just sent my forces all in willy-nilly there. Okay, this is the next point I'm trying to capture. Oof. Whenever I see one of my friendly ships goes down, it always makes me a bit sad, but I'm going to intensify forward firepower on the destroyer. There we go. Frigates are going in? Or is that a... Yes, our assault frigate's going in, but that destroyer is a tough bird to take down. But we are swarming, so we should hopefully... Man, that destroyer takes a lot to be taken out. Ooh-wee! But as more and more of my assault frigates come in, we're about to take that destroyer down. Oh boy. Unfortunately, it looks like my carrier has been getting a bit caught. And that's a large fleet coming in. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. That was a large fleet that came in. Slowly starting to take out this fleet now. But it's a bit of a toughie, honestly. I'm losing basically all of my ships. Oh wow, yeah, my assault frigate over here at that second capture point is going down. And unfortunately, it's not going to take down the enemy frigate with it. I have repaired my carrier now, thanks to my support ship. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like my ship is taking... They're not registering it as an enemy. There we go. Fire everything we have at that attack frigate. And now I'm just going to sit here and build up my forces a little bit more. Okay, we've captured the second one. Now there's one surgical strike fleet bay that I need to try and capture somehow with the resources I have left. But my fleet's looking pretty pitiful, and I'm getting slowly overwhelmed by the enemy fleet. And they are sending a lot more fleets. Ooh, the panic, the panic. I am getting really overwhelmed by the size of the enemy fleets here. But we're going in. We have no choice. We must do what we can. But you can see enemy preparing to attack, enemy fleets coming in. It does seem like too much for me to be able to deal with right now. Oh, the explosions though, gorgeous. Even though I think that might be my ship that was going down, but hey ho. I don't even know what kind of fleet I have left. I have barely any fleet left. I think this might be my slow death here. Oh my god. My carrier can't take down all of those on its own. Oh dear. Oh yeah, we're getting swarmed. So you can see how the level difficulty does go up quite substantially from like the first mission, then to the second mission, then pretty tough in the third. I have one assault frigate remaining, and the rest, my carrier, I have no points remaining. Looks like I spent all of my money. They're just repeating attacks and attacks and attacks. You're not necessarily meant to win every match, and in fact, this is our first match and we're like level 1. So it would make sense that we didn't quite complete this one, and we got overwhelmed and destroyed. So what would happen if we'd have taken that final point is that there would have been an endgame boss which we could have fought, and it looks like we've leveled up, and now we have unlocked the reconnaissance fleet, which starts with high RUs and free artifact selections. But defeat this time. But if we return to the lobby, as you can see, you continued the saga in the single player campaign and battle alongside friends in co-op play and settle scores in PvP play as well. So if you've enjoyed this brief look at the Wargames, please do comment, like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more very soon. Ta-da! Many thanks to the Patreon cult leaders, Amazon fulfillment strategist Dr. Fotska and Jack Troku, and many thanks to the Patreon champions Chancellor64, Hegu, Jiggly Crotch, Kim Eric Carlson, Logan Whaley, Rick Baller, Vash, Wyatt Green, Zachariah Mosby, and Maximilian Foreman, and many thanks to all the other patrons too. You really do help keep the channel going. Thank you.